So in a time when you can spend above £149 for a wedge, Vokeys, Callaways, we're going to be testing some wedges that retail at $79.99 each.
Okay.
And we've just hit a couple of shots, and your first words...
This makes me want new wedges.
Yeah. So in today's video, we're going to be testing the RIFE SCS1 wedges, retailing at $79.99. We've got them in chrome. We've got them in two soles. We've got the C sole and the S sole. For the purpose of today's video, we are just going to be talking S sole wedges, which is the standard sole. I think by your reaction, we might actually do another video following this and potentially looking at what sole grinds suit you best as a golfer, and talking a little bit about the differences between sole grinds, because obviously if you went to get these wedges, you don't have to match sole grinds all the way through.
No.
You know, obviously I've done wedge fittings in the past for Cleveland, so I've got quite a little bit of a knowledge on different grinds. So we can talk a little bit more about that in a different video. But I think today's just going to be a video of, you know, testing the quality of the wedges.
Initial impressions. First
impressions, groove, spin. We'll do some feel. We'll talk a bit about the wedges, and basically, ultimately, are these going to be a wedge that you could potentially look at? Because you're using Cleveland at the minute, aren't you?
I've got Cleveland. They're 3 years old, aren't they? And I've said probably ready for changing.
Well, I think when we both hit that first shot into green and you kind of see it stop like that straight away.
We're a bit different.
I've got PXG wedges. My wedges are probably 18 months old. They don't stop like that anymore.
No. I mean, you think they stop.
Yeah.
But then you get something like that and you're like, that's a bit different.
Well, you watch we've done a couple of vlogs here today, and the greens are quite firm and bouncy.
So if we can get them to stop with these, then...
Exactly. Like, if there's
some stopping power there,
there's some stopping power. Let's get stuck in. Yeah, I think we're going to split this up, guys. We're going to firstly talk about feel of the wedge, because that's very important, isn't it, when you're buying wedges.
Yep.
They've got to feel good.
I've launched at a mile, but that's it. Felt good.
Dan's sort of a 6 handicap index golfer. I'm playing sort of scratch golf and better at the minute. What are you thinking feel-wise? Does it
feel nice? They're quite clicky. I don't know if you can hear that.
I'll listen a bit more on this next one.
But yeah, they feel nice.
That's at it.
Tell me you zoomed in.
I did.
Did you get it?
Has it dropped?
No,
it spun back, didn't it?
It spun out.
Yeah, I've got it.
How good's that flight, by the way? No, all three of them flight were lovely.
Guys, I'd just like to say, if you didn't watch the last vlog with Dan in it, he's absolutely YouTube gold at the minute. It can soon be off the front of the green, and I think he's... Oh my God! Oh wow! I was just about to say...
Lab.
That is unbelievable.
Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll have these, guys. Mate, I'll be honest, like that flight were lovely. You know, just what I'm trying, because I say I'm trying to play that low one.
I mean, sort of just to give him a shout out as well, is look at grips. Crossline 360s, lambkins.
So, I mean, that's quite a premium grip for a wedge that's, what, 79?
Yeah.
So what club you got?
And I tell you what, wedges are definitely something you can't buy second hand, are they?
No, not really.
You know, if you buy wedges, you need to get new wedges, really. I've got 56.
You've got 56.
I'm playing it with a little bit more loft. I like how that leading edge sits down close to the floor with S grind. Yeah. I think that's what we might find is a bit different with C grind. I think it might sit up a bit more. I like that.
I mean, I thought turf interaction were lovely.
Oh, wow. That's gonna... That one nipped, that. I know what you mean about that sort of click, but that gives me confidence, you know. That makes me know that I've struck it well. I like that. It's good feedback, because it felt like so flush at middle. That were a little heavy. Let's see how that one reacts. Yeah. Still like run out with control, hasn't it?
Hit one more. That's better, surely.
Maybe I do need 52. It's just how I see it, but
It went in with 52, it's in my bag.
I think feel-wise though, I'd say they feel lovely then.
You can, it's sort of sticking up in my bag. You can almost like drive these in, lovely.
Get in. Do you know what? You're probably right. You know, I probably need to start playing them in a bit lower, don't I? Because I don't like throwing it all the way to hole. I get a bit overcautious, and I think with 52, it's just going to release out a little bit
I think
more.
you have a lot more wiggle room for error as well.
Yeah, I agree. So I think, concluding our field down, it's not often I would say this, but I could definitely use them.
Well, they felt nice and soft.
There is some wedges where you sometimes pick them up and they feel a bit harsh, or you don't quite get that interaction with flow that you like. But I mean, if you just look at the shape of that, you know, it's such a lovely looking shape, isn't it?
That's very good looking wedge.
And I think if you look at the sort of grooves and stuff, they're very deep and boxy, aren't they? Let's just pop it behind ball, because I think how it sits, it's almost like that leading edge gets really nice and sort of tucked in behind the ball, which is what you want really, to nip it. So we're going to play some like little control shots. What are you going 52 again?
I would, yeah.
Would you? I think I'm going to try and land it, you know, at the top of the slope here. So I'm going to probably play. I might even play the 60. You know.
No, that's fine. Yeah. We probably play these a bit different.
How would you say, you know, feel wise? Is it something you could put in your bag?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we've only hit a few shots, haven't we? But it definitely felt good.
I think what's going to be, I think if I were in your position, I would potentially thinking of putting them in the bag. They'd have to work on full swings, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll have to play a few fuller shots, because you're 52 and you're 56, you might use quite a bit, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
For them full shots. So 60 degree. Not often I'd play this shot, but I see I can land this all the way there. You're going to say...
It definitely stopped.
I know what you're going to say.
You play it wrong shot, but...
I play it wrong shot.
You are.
I'll hit one more, then I might go to 56. You're right, I don't need to go over anything, do I? Why am I using a 60?
I mean, my brother does it. He'll not like me for this, but yeah, he just puts loads of loft in his hand, and I think, why?
It's like, I'm not going over a bunker. One of the things I even coach is, you know, if you can keep it down at floor, keep it on floor.
But it doesn't look as spectacular, does it?
Well, that's what I was thinking. You get some new wedges in your hands, and you think it's heavy, don't you? That's how I see it, to be fair.
A bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Stick eye. Go on, let's see how you play it. So I think what we will do is we will have a look at the S grind and C grind, you know, closely to see if we can see any differences, but we'll save it for a different vol. We'll do a comparison and spend some real time, you know, talking about the differences and how they feel for someone like Dan who's potentially going to go down that route.
They've got, I don't know if it's just because they're new, but they've got loads of stopping power.
Yeah.
Like we've seen how bouncy these were this morning.
I'll see if I've got a clip actually from this morning just to show you, you know, that the greens are bouncing and you wouldn't chuck your own wedges this close to flags. I thought you were going to do it again.
Yeah, that weren't quite as nipped, that one.
What's surprising me with you is that you do generally chip with your 56 a lot.
Yeah.
Is that because is it because you don't trust your 52 to check as much, or why are you not chipping with this 56?
I think it's just because I'm back at first one.
I'm just going to hit a couple at bunker.
What, you got 60?
I've actually got 56.
Okay.
Because I'm going to open it up, you know, to use a bit of bounce. Oh, wow.
Yeah, very nice.
That interaction was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Dead easy though.
Yeah. And again, greens are like concrete and really hard. They've top nice.
So no matter how good they are around the green, this is always going to be the big test for me, because I couldn't buy a wedge unless I could hit a full shot with it.
Full shot, yeah.
So what they're going to play like. Full shot, I've got 115 yards, we're going to hit 52s. You might not play full 56s and 60s, but I think if you're buying a wedge set, it's got to be considered, hasn't it?
Yeah, I like to hit my 52 100 to 110-ish. So.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm not much of a fuller shot person, but...
And I am personally a player that prefers to play a full shot. I hate like sort of half shots. I don't hate them, but I just find it easier in a full swing. It is a competition as well, by the way. And Dan might have just gone one up.
So I just hit one and you can hit three?
Right, let me go next. Let's go one-on-one. Proper match play.
I'll tell you what, I love that turf interaction.
Do you?
A lot. I don't think we've got enough battery for you to get inside that.
Well, Dan does a lot for channel, and although I can't give him much financially, if he wants these wedges in his bag, we've got 6 wedges. I think we could make him a nice set.
What a guy.
And I think it'd be a massive testament to Rife as well if you were to put these in your bag, because you're obviously somebody that doesn't skimp on your golf gear. Oh, did you zoom in on that?
Well, I mean, I did, but I don't think there's any point.
Mate, to be honest, I might bloody keep them. They're lovely.
You're like Indian giver, yeah. They were in my bag 2 minutes ago and you've took them back.
Look at that. I've absolutely terrorised that ball.
I've seen that a few times from you.
Yeah. Do you want to go next? I think you have picked me there, though.
I don't think there's any point if I'm not getting them.
You picked me there. No, I will. I'm only joking.
He says until next one goes in. Oh, I just didn't get that one. This will be interesting. Yeah, didn't quite get that.
Obviously, we are human, guys, so there's only so much wedges could do, isn't there? But
I mean, I'm 115 away and I've still 15 foot on a bad strike.
Yeah. I think the key is it's how we, you know, when we flush them, how they feel, how they react. And in terms of feel on a full shot, it feels soft. It just flies. The ball flight's penetrating, isn't
I like it, yeah.
It's like piercing and then spinny. I'm really getting through them nice.
Yeah, pin eye just a bit left, isn't it? Guys, that's lovely. A bit right, but it's lovely.
How did it feel?
Lovely.
Right, we're going to put them into play and play this par 3. Lowest score wins the wedges.
Excellent. What is it, 113 did we say?
It's 130.
We're only going off blues, aren't we?
Yeah, we've gone right off at blues here at front tee.
Nice.
Zoom in on that. That stopped dead, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it were, it just faded a little bit off. Can you get inside that?
It weren't the best swing.
Do you know, I think I just need to give it a chance. He's got it as well.
Oh, you really called it.
Great effort though, mate.
Good.
Yeah, it's good. So that was the first look at the Rife SCS1 wedges that retail at $79.99, and we would have never thought we'd have been contemplating putting these in the bag until we did this test. They're literally half the price of the major brands, and I think we've done a pretty extensive test them in all departments and really impressed. So we're definitely going to be doing another wedge video comparing and talking about sole grinds, because there's 2 options. You've got C sole and S sole in these wedges. And I think it'll be interesting to see how they perform differently, because they're the exact same loft and exact same bouncers. It's just the soles are a little bit different shape. So that'll be a really interesting one, and we'll see what our preferences are and what direction we'd go in. But yeah, first impressions really good, and definitely not a wedge to overlook. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.